Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where nobody is making fun of Trump, this is Ballot.
That's right. Trump is well-respected and totally healthy. Let's hit this. I'm Patrick Gutfield, and California Governor Gavin Newsom delivered what might be the most devastating diplomatic assessment since someone told the emperor he had no clothes. After Trump spent years boasting about how much foreign leaders supposedly respect him, Newsom dropped a truth bomb. They're laughing behind his back. Newsom claims this insight comes from dozens and dozens of encounters with foreign leaders, which raises an interesting question. Exactly how many world leaders has the governor of California been hanging out with? Is there some sort of VIP section at diplomatic events where Newsom just wanders around collecting gossip? Oh, hey, Chancellor Merkel, what do you really think about Trump? Don't worry, I'm from California. We're cool. But here's the thing. We actually have video evidence of this. Remember that footage from Buckingham Palace, where you can literally see world leaders whispering and chuckling while Trump walks by? It looked like the Mean Girls cafeteria scene, except instead of Regina George, it was Emmanuel Macron saying, "On Wednesdays, we wear diplomatic immunity." The body language in that video was brutal. You had Justin Trudeau doing his best impression of someone trying not to laugh at a funeral, while other leaders were practically elbowing each other like, "Did you hear what he said about trade deficits?" And then there was that unforgettable moment at the 2018 UN General Assembly when Trump bragged about his accomplishments and the entire room burst into laughter. It wasn't polite diplomatic chuckling either. It was full-on belly laughs. Trump tried to play it off by saying he didn't expect that reaction, which somehow made it even more cringeworthy. That's like bombing at a comedy club and then saying, "I was going for confused silence." The man literally turned the United Nations into his own personal roast, except he wasn't the host. He was the guest of honor getting roasted. Nothing says commanding international respect like accidentally turning your foreign policy speech into open mic night at the Comedy Cellar. Newsom has been trolling Trump on social media for weeks, apparently adopting Trump's own bombastic style to mock him. That's like using someone's own finishing move against them in wrestling, except instead of a body slam, it's excessive capitalization and random exclamation points. Gavin Newsom is doing tremendous work in California. Many people are saying it bigly. What's remarkable is that Trump built his entire political brand on being this master negotiator who commands respect on the world stage. The art of the deal, the ultimate deal maker. But according to Newsom, the reality is more like everyone else gathered around the international relations table thinking, should we tell him he's losing or just let him figure it out? Trump, who is totally healthy, stayed up until 2 a.m. scrolling through old news articles like a scorned teenager stalking their ex on Instagram. Our 79-year-old president is apparently keeping vampire hours, frantically Googling dirt on Governor Wes Moore because Moore called his memory absolutely comical. Nothing says I have excellent cognitive function like posting decade-old scandals at 2 a.m. because someone questioned your brain power. Trump's brilliant defense strategy? My memory is perfect. Let me prove it by remembering every slight from the Bush administration. The scandal Trump dug up? Moore mistakenly put a Bronze Star on a job application in 2006 that he never actually received. Embarrassing? Sure. Worth losing sleep over 20 years later? Only if you're Donald Trump. But here's the beautiful irony. Trump is criticizing Moore for military honors confusion while Moore is calling him President Bone Spurs. That's a reference to Trump's Vietnam deferment, courtesy of a family friend doctor who diagnosed him with bone spurs more convenient than a note from his mom.
Want to hear your favorite shows without any ads? It's easy. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, just tap the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening and unlock commercial-free versions of this show and all your other Calaroga favorites for just $4.99 a month. Even better, you get a 30-day free trial to start. That includes Palace Intrigue, your daily dose of royal family drama, 5 good news stories where we spotlight feel-good headlines, 5 daily trivia questions to test your brain, daily comedy news, bringing you the latest in comedy, celebrity trials for the biggest courtroom showdowns, and Taylor Swift Today for all things Taylor. Plus, coming September 14th, binge Season 2 of the hit series Crown and Controversy. This season, we explore how everything changed the moment Meghan met Harry, and the ripple effects that shook the royal family to its core. The power struggles, the family fractures, and the love story that rewrote the royal rulebook. All episodes drop that Sunday exclusively for subscribers. Go ad-free, binge more, and never miss a beat. Tap uninterrupted listening now.
Oh, this is awkward. MAGA Congressman Mike Collins just accidentally became the world's worst campaign surrogate by casually confirming that, yes, Trump is probably in the Epstein files. That's like being asked if your friend robbed a bank and responding, yeah, but he was just casing the joint for the FBI. Collins was at a county GOP meeting when a constituent asked the million-dollar question about whether Trump appears in the Epstein documents. Instead of doing the standard political dodge, I haven't seen the files or that's speculation, Collins just went full honesty mode. Yeah, I'm sure he's in there. You can practically hear Trump's legal team collectively face-palming from Washington. This is not how you handle damage control. When your own supporters are confirming the thing you're trying to deny, maybe it's time to find new supporters. But Collins had an explanation. He thinks Trump's in the files because Trump was the one helping the FBI. According to Collins, Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago and called the authorities. So Trump's name is in there as the whistleblower, not the perpetrator. That's like being listed in a police report as the guy who called 911 and then having everyone assume you committed the crime. The constituent then asked the logical follow-up. So are you going to vote to release them? And Collins said absolutely, they should release everything. We're aligned with Collins there. I wonder how he feels about using AI to write jokes for a silly podcast. Trump's response to all this? That's old news, which is possibly the most Trump way to handle a scandal. Just declare it boring and hope everyone moves on. Yeah, I might be in there, but we've already talked about this. Next question. Or maybe he was talking about how sometimes we pre-tape an episode so we can take a day off. Thanks for listening, Mr. President. Now release the Epstein files.
Hey Swifties, it's Allie from the podcast Taylor Swift Today, your ultimate source for everything Taylor. We follow every moment of her incredible journey, from breaking tour records to new music drops. And now we're covering the most exciting era yet, Taylor's engagement to Travis Kelce. Get all the wedding speculation, fashion predictions, venue rumors, and relationship updates you crave. New episodes drop every Sunday, but with so much happening in Taylor's world, we're bringing you bonus episodes throughout the week. Don't miss a single detail of this fairy tale romance. Follow Taylor Swift Today on your favorite podcast player right now. Stay fearless.
From Calaroga Shark Media comes Celebrity Trials, the explosive new podcast that exposes the truth behind America's most captivating cases. I'm Reed Carter, and I'll take you inside real-live daily trials and classic celebrity cases where fame, power, and justice collide. From Jeffrey Epstein's billion-dollar sex trafficking empire to the prep school killer who walked free, from family annihilators to celebrity plea deals, discover the shocking verdicts, twisted evidence, and cultural forces that shape American justice. These aren't just crimes, they're cultural moments that reveal who we really are. Justice isn't always swift, but it's absolutely riveting. Celebrity Trials, available wherever you get your podcasts.
You can call me James. I spent 23 years designing aircraft that officially don't exist for agencies you think TV made up. Until I started asking the wrong questions. Navy ships are recording objects moving at impossible speeds. Infrastructure is failing in coordinated patterns. The moon looks smaller than it did 10 years ago. None of this is a coincidence. The official explanations don't add up. This is Paranormal Aliens, where we connect the dots they don't want connected. If you're hearing this, you know where to get podcasts. Follow Paranormal Aliens. New episodes weekly until they shut me down.